All right, it's time for another trade-in video here at the Goat Games Retro Video Game Store in Merritt Island, Florida, within the Merritt Square Mall. And it's going to be a long video today because there's a ton of stuff here. All sorts of games. Switch games, Wii U games, PS4 games, Nintendo games, and pretty much just infinite Wii games. Someone came in and dumped like 300 billion Wii games on us, as it happens. But we're going to start off with this awesome red DS Lite. DS Lite, it's a good system. Best DS system, I think. This one looks pretty cool. I like that crimson color. And we got a whole bunch of Super Nintendo games. Look at this, Sparkster for the Super Nintendo. I didn't realize this was quite a bit of money here for Sparkster. I didn't realize Sparkster was on the Super Nintendo, which goes to show you the back is messed up there, which is very unfortunate. Crushes all of our souls, but that's Sparkster. And what else have we got here? Jeopardy, featuring your host, Alex Trebek. He didn't look very happy there on the cover. NBA Jam, Space Ace. That's a pretty neat game to see. F-Zero. Amazing game. Super cheap, too. I should have covered that in the cheap SNES games. F-Zero is amazing. Super Mario Brothers All-Stars. Super Off-Road. Star Fox. Some good games here. Nothing too crazy. Wing Commander, Vegas Stakes. Queen and a Jack in that guy's hand. He's doing pretty good there. What is this? Breakthrough. And we've got some regular Nintendo games then. Friday the 13th. This game surprised me because I thought this would be one that was expensive, but it's only $15, which is pretty interesting because that's the first time I've seen it in this store. But I haven't been at the store as long as other people who work here. All right, but let's just get into the Wii games. This whole giant stack of Wii games. There are good Wii games here, like this, Rhythm Heaven Fever. Awesome Wii game. Very original. Strangely addictive and extremely strange game. This is the game where you play as a wrestler posing for the fans and all sorts of other oddities. Really fun game. Definitely one of the better Wii games. Mario Kart Wii. What else we got here? Build and Race. What is this? Infinite Track. You kind of build your own track in that game. Island Sports Party. Oh boy. It begins. Wii Ski. This guy looks pretty... He looks pretty determined for a Wii skater. Medieval games. There's a lot of these party game compilations for the Wii. SimCity Creator looks pretty interesting. Gallop and Ride. G.I. Joe, Rise of the Cobra. Yep, the Wii was the era of shovelware, unfortunately. Sonic and the Secret Rings. But a lot of people grew up and loved playing these simple party games. There's a very different thing for people who are used to traditional gaming. There's Wipeout. It's just some sort of... Look at that guy. It's some sort of TV sport game or something. TV show sort of game, hunting game. But yeah, the Wii was really, really big with these kind of casual, fun, made for everyone sort of games. These party games. Like medieval games you saw earlier. And we'll see a bunch more. Wii Fit, stuff like that. And really, that kind of defined a lot of this generation because Xbox would eventually make the Kinect and Sony would make their, I don't know what the heck, the PlayStation Move. That's what they made. Tony Hawk, their downhill jam. Tony Hawk, and here's Tom Clancy Hawks 2. Hawks 2 is a lot of fun. Great flying game if you like the Ace Combat series. But yeah, these kind of casual Pixar movie games and party games really define the Wii. And a lot of people grew up with that and just had a blast. They're still popular today. People like me might turn our noses up at these games and think, this is such a silly, simple game. But people absolutely loved playing these games growing up. They sold well. They didn't make them because they didn't sell. Look at this. I Spy Spooky Mansion. There's a skeleton welcoming you into the mansion. That's a good sign that it's haunted when the living dead welcome you into the mansion itself. Here we go. Power Rangers Samurais. The Pink Ranger is wielding a fan. Great stuff. Just Dance as another really popular game on the Wii. Look at this, Super Swing Golf. This looks like a pretty cute golf game. Really reminds me of Hot Shots Golf. Might have to try that one out. And then you got the guy on the back doing a golf swing, of course. Aragon's Quest, Lord of the Rings. A whole bunch of Lord of the Rings games. The Narnia games, Prince Caspian. When they did all the Narnia movies, that was a pretty big deal. I never saw any of the Narnia movies. What is this? Tournament of Legends. Some sort of fighting game, I think. Seems pretty interesting. We definitely had a lot of unique games. I'll give it that. And people were throwing everything they could at the wall to see what would stick with regards to motion controls. People weren't sure if this would be the future of gaming. Which maybe sounds weird now, but back then we were really impressed by it. And when Microsoft started doing the Kinect and Sony started doing the PlayStation Move, it was like, okay, do I have to get off my butt to play video games now? Because if so, I'm done with games. If this is the future, I'm done. Big Beach Sports. U-Draw Studio. You just got all sorts of different games. You know, we always had fishing games, of course, but U-Draw Studio just being a sort of art sort of game. These sport compilation games, they're a ton of fun. We play... What else is on here? Let's see. Sonic Unleashed. A lot of Sonic games. Sonic 3D was really popular during this era, too. PS3, Xbox 360. Toy Story Mania. I think that's another party game compilation. Disney Universe. Now, I had to look at this thing, because these things intimidated me. This is like Sackboy or something. Doesn't this remind you of Sackboy? I wouldn't be surprised if it was like the same team that made that. What else? It was Skylanders. Oh, man. Skylanders was huge. People were all about Skylanders. People still come into the store wanting to buy Skylander figures and stuff. It's hard for me to imagine that it ever stopped. This is a really interesting looking game, Monster Lab, where you create your own monster and then you fight, which sounds awesome. That's something I would like to play. Just make your own monster with all these cool parts and then throw down against some other monstrosity. Seems pretty fun. Guitar Hero, that was another big franchise that really took off in the 360, PS3, and Wii era. Sonic and the Black Knight. Rock Band was the other one that was really popular. This is when the Wii, the PS3, and the 360 is when gaming got humongous, when it became very, very, very popular. And that's when a big reason for that was also the iPhone came out, and that's when we had people playing games on phones. People realized there was a lot of money that could be made in the gaming industry, and, well, we got a ton of games. If you look at the, GameCube game library, versus, how many games were actually made for the GameCube versus how many games were made for the Wii, it is staggering. It's pretty crazy to think about. Look at this, neighborhood games. Playing basketball and bowling in front of their, just bowling right out there in the street. Funny stuff. Penguins, more game party. This stuff just blurs together like rec room games. All this sort of stuff. Thrillville off the rails. Now look at this. Does that look safe at all? Where's the rest of the track? Nah, you're going for a jump, pal. I don't think roller coasters can function like that, but who am I to question Thrillville? So now we're into the 360 games. We've got Fable 2. What else have we got here? Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth 2. Now this looked awesome. I think this is the RTS game, I want to say. A real-time strategy Lord of the Rings game. So it's like StarCraft or Warcraft 2 if you ever played those games. Which I've got to play that for sure. I didn't even know they made Lord of the Rings. real-time strategy games. What else have we got here? Red Faction Armageddon. That's pretty cool. Battlefield 3. Man, all sorts of stuff here. Pac-Man, Ghostly Adventures. Pretty neat. Red Dead Redemption, Undead Nightmare. Awesome little expansion for Red Dead. Now, this is more of a collector thing. Final Fantasy XI expansion for the Xbox 360. Though I'm almost certain you can't play it on official servers anymore. But it's still crazy to think that they had MMOs on the 360. Well, I guess Final Fantasy XIV was on the PS3 too. I actually played it on the PS3 a little bit. Then they shut down the servers for PS3. Unfortunately. Cabela's Alaskan Adventures. There you go. And what is this? NHL 12. Those NHL games. Fight Night Round 3. Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm just straightening some of the games here real quick. Fight Night Round 3. There we go. Grand Theft Auto 5. Game that everyone still plays today. That game is ancient, but everyone still plays it. Same with CSGO. And what is this? Battleship. This game looked pretty interesting too. I think this is a game based upon a movie, but it's like a full-on first-person shooter and stuff. Kill aliens, allegedly. That's what the back says. Something I'd like to check out. The Club. This is an arcade shooter made by Sega. Pretty interesting. Kind of like the Mercenaries from Resident Evil. If you ever played that game. Here's the B movie. Oh God. Forbidden. Big bumpin'. The Burger King game that they put out. Burger King put out a go-kart game. Or a bumper car game. And that was it right there. Big bumpin'. Lego The Hobbit. And here's a game I had never heard of. Fairy Tale Fights. And I don't know what in the world this is. Some sort of casual fighting game where you play as different fairy tale characters. Except they're all kind of murderous psychopaths. Like Little Red Riding Hood and stuff like that. Avatar Last Airbender. SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. A whole bunch of games. Dragon Age Origins. That's a fantastic RPG right there. You never played Dragon Age Origins, man. Do it. Especially if you like BioWare RPGs like Mass Effect, stuff like that. Very, very good game. Tomb Raider. Open season. Another kids game. What else we got here? Shaun White snowboarding. As you do. Shaun White's watching his friend probably fall to his death there. Blazing Angels 2. And Grand Theft Auto 4. Tales from Liberty City, or episodes from Liberty City, whatever it is. Who knows? I believe that's all the 360 games. So look at this. We still got a whole bunch more. As I said, this is a long video. Metroid Prime, the only GameCube game we have in, but a good one. Dynasty Warriors 4 Extreme Legends. Dynasty Warrior games are a lot of fun. This game's fun too. Bloody Roar 3. I think this is the last Bloody Roar game. It's a 3D fighting game. And the big thing is all of your fighters can like transform into a werewolf or some sort of crazy animal and just go absolutely ham. And it's great. Kingdom Hearts, Ratchet and Clank. A bunch of other great PS2 games. But yeah, Bloody Roar is great. Started off on the PS1. I think that's where Bloody Roar 1 and 2 are. Here's another good fighting game. King of Fighters 11, 12. It's one of them. But it's a good stuff. Good stuff. King of Fighters, very, very, very fun game. Just a series that got better and better and better. I need to play the newest one. Here's Ark the Lad, End of Darkness. This is a PS2 RPG. Even has online, which is pretty cool. It's something I would like to check out. I don't know if PS2 online still works or not. I don't know if it's server dependent like most PS3 games and stuff are. Here's Final Fantasy 12. Tetris Worlds. 10-2. And what is this? Heroes of Might and Magic Quest for the Dragon Bone Staff. And Black and Bruised, which is a pretty fun boxing game. very much reminds me of Ready to Rumble. I don't know how I remember the name of Ready to Rumble, but I did. And what else we got here? Sonic Classic Collection for the Nintendo DS. SpongeBob SquarePants, The Yellow Avenger. We've moved on to DS games. Spectrobes. Spectrobes has been coming in a lot lately. I remember there's a good amount of excitement over Spectrobes because it was trying to be like a more adult Pokemon game, I think. And you could fight alongside your Pokemon, but it didn't quite take off as time has shown. And what is this? Nintendogs. All right. What else we got here? Resident Evil Biohazard. Call of Duty World War II. Grand Theft Auto 5. Grand Theft Auto 5. People still play it. Jurassic World Evolution. Naruto Storm 4 Road to Boruto. Madden 18. Battlefront 2. It's like the 8th millionth Battlefront 2 we've gotten in. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Minecraft Story Mode. It's sort of Telltale Minecraft game. And Death Stranding. And we got some Switch games. So let's see what we got in here. We've been getting a lot of Switch games lately. Super Mario Party. Plants vs. Zombies. Battle for Neighborville. Ben 10. As you do. Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. And what is this? Tekken Hybrid. Cool. And Wii U games. Lego Batman 3. Super Mario Maker. I'm surprised we got this many Wii U games, given how short-lived the Wii U was. And what is this? Some Wii U festival game. Disney Infinity. Zombie U. It's a launch game for the Wii U. Pretty interesting game that Ubisoft put out. Super Mario 3D World. Lego the Lego Movie, of course. The Wind Waker HD remake, Amiibo Festival. This game looks pretty cute. Some sort of Animal Crossing board game you get, and a bunch of other stuff. Awesome stuff. Avengers Battle for Earth. I don't know what this is. It looks like some sort of fighting game. Splatoon. This is where Splatoon got started, was on the Wii U. People forget. Arkham Origins and Disney's Planes. Of course. So now we've got 3DS games and more PS2 games that I forgot about. Scribblenauts Unlimited. What is this? Epic Mickey. What else have we got here? Tomodachi Life. Tomodachi Life is hilarious. It's the strangest, weirdest game you could ever play. And I encourage you all to play it. Animal Crossing New Leaf. That's one people are looking for. Ghost Recon Shadow War. Angry Birds. Lego Batman. Sonic Generations. Mario and Sonic at the Olympics. And what else we got? PS2. Crash Tag Team Racing. Kingdom Hearts. Fight Night Round 3. Ratchet and Clank Going Commando. Kingdom Hearts, I don't know. I'm not sure. Narc. I had to look this one up. Here's a game I never heard of. You can walk the line or you can cross it. Obviously, we cross the line here at the GOAT Games. We don't adhere to lines. NHL Sports. Oh, boy. Is there more stuff? Yes, there is. Yes, there is. There's still more stuff. PlayStation 1 games. Final Fantasy 8. Final Fantasy 9. I'm not sure which of these Final Fantasy I like the most. 4, Final Fantasy Anthology. I'm going with Anthology. And then you get 2 games in one. Gauntlet Legends for the PS1. Hell yeah. Gauntlet games are so much fun. They're a lot of multiplayer mayhem. My kind of game right here. Just run around and beat the hell out of things. That is the type of gaming I'm all about. Kickboxing. And I think we got a... Did we get a big bucks PS1 game? No, we didn't. Okay, Xbox One games. NBA 2K17. Disney's Incredibles. In Lego variety. Maneater. You can play as a shark and just eat people. It's pretty cool. Supercross. Fast and the Furious Crossroads. What else we got here? Grand Theft Auto 5, as you do. Pac-Man Championships. The Walking Dead, New Frontier. Battlefield 1. What else we got here? Lego Harry Potter Collection. Payday 2 Crime Wave Edition. Battlefield 1. It's a game I still got to play, Battlefield 1. The original Battlefront. Forza Horizon 4. And Skyrim. Collect with the collection of everything else. Here we go. PS3. Tekken Hybrid. Which I might have already done this. I don't even know. This is how lost I am. Like, did we go over this stuff or no? Here's this cool Kingdom Hearts art book sort of thing. Pardon me. Pretty neat. Uncharted 3. Two Worlds 2. Uncharted 1. You ever played the Uncharted series, you got to go play those games. Uncharted 1 through 3, a lot of fun. I don't know if they made a fourth Uncharted game. I think they did. I don't really remember. I only played 1 and 2. But I heard 3's good. Call of Duty Black Ops. All the Call of Duty games are a ton of fun. Star Wars The Force Unleashed. Another kick-ass game right there, dude. You play as a brand new Jedi. Or a brand new Sith, basically. You're not good. You're not a good guy in The Force Unleashed. You know, eventually you become a good guy or whatever, I think. But you start off evil. It's great. And Barkman Arkham City. Batman Arkham City. And Just Dance 3. And Racket Sports. Look at this. Look at all these loose Game Boy DS, Game Boy Advance games we got into. Just filled a whole tub with them. Why not? I'm not even try to pretend. We'll just pick them all up out of here. Disney's Tarzan. There's a lot of good stuff in here, actually. Shrek 2. There's actually a ton of amazing Pokemon games in here. So get excited for me to pull them out. Dragon Ball Z. I never heard of that Dragon Ball Z game. But it's a Dragon Ball Z game for the Game Boy Color. And what do we got here? Lilo and Stitch for the Game Boy Advance. Mario versus Donkey Kong. Cool stuff. Quest for Camelot for the Game Boy Color. Harry Potter for the Game Boy Color. And Zuma's Revenge for the DS. As you do. Spyro 2 Season of Flame. What is this? Mario Party the Top 100. Of course. Of course. Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed. SpongeBob SquarePants Lights Camera Pants. That doesn't sound right, SpongeBob. Pokemon Puzzle Challenge. I like the little Pichu there. Carrying the puzzle pieces. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 for the Game Boy Color. Spyro for the DS. More SpongeBob SquarePants games. More than I realized they ever made. Here we go. Pokemon Gold. Right there. You've got Bionicle. And what else have we got in? Got Sonic All-Stars Racing. We've got... Good Lord, there's a lot of games. Mega Man Battle Network 4. Red Sun. We got another Battle Network game in here somewhere. Legends of Guardians. Finding Nemo. There's actually quite a lot of decent games here. This Yu-Gi-Oh game is really cool. The Yu-Gi-Oh games are a ton of fun, man. And they're not that expensive. I really enjoy the card game video games. The ones that don't require you to pay online, basically. Instead, you buy booster packs with currency you get in-game, which is very fun to me. I enjoy that quite a lot. Bomberman. And what else have we got here? Mario Kart DS. Of course. And Operation Vietnam for the DS. There you go. Fulfill your Vietnam fantasies on the DS. Rugrats, I Gotta Go Party. That's clever. Mega Man Zero 2. Pretty cool. What else we got here? Spyro Season of Ice. This is a lot of good Game Boy games. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. What is this? Harvest Moon for, I don't know, I can't read that. It's the Game Boy Advance Harvest Moon. There's too many Harvest Moon games for me to remember them all. Rocket Power. What else we got here? Disney's Friends. Oh God. Cursed video games. Mario Super Circuit. That's a Mario Kart game for the Game Boy Advance. Jimmy Neutron. And what else have we got here? Hello Kitty. You never know what you're going to pull out. A loose Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. Final Fantasy 3, Pokemon Sun, Zelda Spirit Tracks. Cool stuff for sure. What else we got here? Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Explorers of the Sky or whatever. I don't even know what this is. We have to check the back. Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. What is this? Super Mario Brothers 2. We're getting down there. Shrek. He's body slamming someone. Pretty great. Good wrestling move, Shrek. Keep it up. Spirit. It's not Spirit Halloween, just the horse Spirit. Sonic Advance 2. Frogger for the Game Boy Color. That's a pretty cool one to get in. Teen Titans for the Game Boy Advance. Wall-E for the Nintendo DS. I mean, come on. Give me some awesome. Mario Party Island Tour. Alright. What about this one? Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six on the Game Boy Color. I couldn't believe this existed. There's some games here that I did not know existed. Like Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six for the Game Boy Color. Okay. I didn't know that was a thing. Final Fantasy Explorers. What is this? Transformers for the 3DS. These 3DS games, you better get them before Nintendo closes on the store. Who knows what this is? Super Mario 3DS Land. We tested it. It is indeed that game. Sonic Rush Adventure. And what is this? Pong for the Game Boy Color. There's only a few more, I think. The Simpsons games for the DS. What is this? Jimmy Neutron. Driver. Okay, there's still a bit more, actually. There's still more. Monsters, Inc. What is this? I couldn't even know. Guinness World Records. Scribblenauts. I know it. I know Scribblenauts when I see it. And here it is. Blaster Master Enemy Below. Pretty interesting, cool game. See, I looked it up when I seen it there. And here's another cool one. The original Wave Race, which I didn't know existed. I thought Wave Race 64 was the first Wave Race game, but little did I know that there is a Wave Race game on the Game Boy. No, I dropped the game there. It's not a good one. Very Odd Parents and Scooby-Doo Mysteries. That's everything, guys. A lot of stuff, as you can see. But I'm going to wrap this up pretty quickly. Be sure to check out the rest of the channel. And if you're in Florida, come visit our store in Merritt Island.